2 years ago, Ukraine burst open like a volcano, spewing lava into Europe. On 7th of October last year, West Asia went up in flames. For years, wars in many forms smoldered across the belt of Africa. This morning, artillery lit up Korea. War is raging across the world. There is a ring of fire that could quickly link up and engulf the world. From where I am sitting, all I can see is battlefields extending themselves as belligerents become ballistic. All I can hear is the sound of war. Is this the start of a new world war? That's the sound of battle. Back to my question. Is this the start of a new world war? Let's start with the latest war. North Korea versus the South. On Friday, North Korea fired more than 200 artillery shells near two South Korean islands, Yeonpyeong Island and Baekhyong. These islands are in the Yellow Sea. They are very close to the enemy land. Yeonpyeong, for example, is just 12 kilometers from the coastline of North Korea's Hwanghae province. At 9 a.m. local time, North Korea opened fire towards the south. Fire was coming from Jangsan Cape and Deongsan Cape. The shells did not reach South Korea, but the damage, you see, was done. In situations like these, just a provocation is enough to start a ripple effect. And this ripple effect, by the way, has already started. The residents of Yeonpyeong Island have been asked to evacuate. They received a text message, basically, saying there would be naval fire by South Korean troops. Is South Korea preparing a response? It has said as much. Seoul says it will, quote-unquote, implement measures in response to North Korea's provocations. We know that South Korea has already conducted live fire exercise. Could there be more? In the north, leader Kim Jong-un has sounded the war bugle. He has asked the country to prepare for a military showdown. Kim's dynasty has been waiting for this moment for years now. This is the chance, after all, to show off North Korea's military prowess, its advancement since the 1950 Korean War paused. Kim has asked North Korean army to ramp up production of various missile launch vehicles. Northeast Asia is exploding. The Koreas are preparing to go head-to-head. And if you turn west, you will see another war unfolding in the high seas. This war is closer home and threatens to draw in India. An India-linked vessel has been hijacked in the Arabian Sea. The ship's name is MV Lila Norfolk. It was sailing from Brazil's Port do Oco and it was en route Bahrain. The vessel was hijacked 300 nautical miles east of Somalia. The ship is Liberian flagged. There are 15 Indian crew members on board. That is the India Connect. India received an SOS call from this ship last evening. The Navy responded promptly. A maritime patrol aircraft was dispatched. The Navy also deployed a warship, INS Chennai. India's marine commandos have embarked on the hijacked vessel, and the SOS message indicated that there were at least 5 to 6 unknown armed personnel on board the vessel. Chances are these are Somali pirates. They are an old nuisance and have been one of the many reasons ships avoid sailing near the Horn of Africa and then going around the continent through the Cape of Good Hope. The Suez Canal is a safer, cheaper and a faster alternative. But now, the path to Suez is filled with mines. The Houthis have brought the Gaza war to the Red Sea. We've been telling you about this. They threaten to turn its waters into the color of blood. The Houthis and the pirates are a dangerous combination. They have absolutely nothing to lose after all, but a lot of loss to inflict. Yesterday, the Houthis detonated an unmanned boat close to a U.S. warship and some commercial vessels. This is a first. Never before have the Iran-backed group used USVs or unmanned surface vessels. The Houthis are raising the stakes. They are using complicated war machinery like these suicide boats. These boats usually explode upon impact. Sometimes they are remotely detonated, like in this case. This blast came with a message to America and its allies that the war is on. It came just hours after the US and 11 other countries issued an ultimatum to the Houthis. The communication read, and I'm quoting, "The Houthis will bear the responsibility of the consequences should they continue to threaten lives, the global economy, and the free flow of commerce in the region's critical waterways." The Houthis have extended an open challenge. The question is, how will America and its allies respond? Will they hit Houthi-linked targets in Yemen? And if they do, they risk setting the entire region on fire. Starting with Iran. On land, there is already a sense of widening conflict. Cross-border fighting has escalated between Israel and Lebanon-based Hezbollah. Israel is now conducting airstrikes in the heart of Lebanon. The IDF has released videos of airstrikes on a Lebanese town. Let me remind you, this is not Gaza. Fire is being dropped on Lebanon's Yaron as the ground invasion of Gaza continues. And this is more proof that the West Asia war is expanding. IDF says it is targeting Hezbollah infrastructure without telling you that Israel is actually opening the door to a bigger war. And this war threatens to engulf all the regional players. Look at Iran. You will sense the tense calm that generally precedes a war. Iran's President Ibrahim Raisi has visited the grave of Qasem Soleimani after promising to avenge the twin blasts that killed over 100 of Soleimani's supporters on the 3rd of January, the 4th anniversary of Soleimani's assassination. The Islamic State has now claimed responsibility for the attack, but Iran is pointing the finger at Israel. Fire continues to be exchanged in mainland Europe. The focus has shifted to Ukraine's Sankivka. This is in the Kharkiv region. The video on your screen was released by the Ukrainian ground forces. It claims to show Russian military vehicles advancing towards Sankivka. And in another video, Ukraine claims to show 3 Russian systems being hit. Russia claims Ukraine has been trying to attack Belgorod, adding that its air defense forces have shot down multiple incoming missiles. This war has already divided the world. And let's now turn to Africa. You will see multiple conflict zones. Jihadist groups are expanding their operations in the Sahel region. We are talking about countries like Burkina Faso, Mali, Niger. Here, you have a growing presence of terror groups affiliated to the Islamic State. Terror attacks have become the new normal. This region has been burning for a while now, just that the war in Africa is sadly mostly going unnoticed. Much like what's happening in South America. Venezuela is threatening to start an oil war. The Venezuelan president, Nicolas Maduro, is threatening to invade Guyana's oil-rich Essequibo region. Venezuela has already asked its oil companies to issue extraction licenses in Essequibo. The United States has put its weight behind Guyana. The UK has sent its warship to South America. A flare-up here is a matter of when, not if. Let's just zoom out for once and just look at the ring of fire that is burning around the world. This is the map. North Korea and the South. China and the Philippines have already had a face-off in the South China Sea. The upcoming Taiwan election has made the region all the more volatile. There is an internal war in Myanmar. You have Indian commandos boarding a hijacked vessel in the Arabian Sea. The Red Sea is burning. Yemen, Iran, Lebanon, all are being pulled into the conflict. Israel and Gaza are already at war. At least 10 countries have their forces and warships in the Red Sea as part of the Operation Prosperity Guardian. This includes the United States, the UK, Australia, Bahrain, Canada, Denmark, Greece, the Netherlands, Norway and Seychelles. Russia and Ukraine are exchanging fire. The Sahel region is burning. Venezuela and Guyana may go to war any minute. This is the map of the new world war. Like all wars, here too you have alliances. We have been telling you about a growing alliance since 2023. That's CHIM, China, Iran, Moscow. And now you also throw in North Korea there. The White House says North Korea has been providing ballistic missiles and launchers to Russia.
30th of December 2023, Russian forces launched at least one of these North Korean ballistic missiles into Ukraine.
And who else is a part of this alliance? Turkey has blocked 2 British minehunter ships donated to Ukraine from transiting its waters. This NATO member's allegiance remains uncertain as America and its allies come together in preparation for this new war. Where does India stand? India has not joined the US-led Operation Prosperity Guardian in the Red Sea, but New Delhi has vowed to avenge the attack on the India-linked vessels. As I speak, Indian Navy ships are patrolling this area. India has also deployed warships in the Arabian Sea. This includes INS Kochi, INS Kolkata, INS Chennai. India has also deployed a Talwar-class frigate in the region. It is the 5th of January 2024 and we could be heading towards a new world war. This will be a war that will be predominantly fought in the seas. WION now available in your country. Download the app now. Get all the updates on the move.